He's facing Atticus Kogar this weekend at the JCW Jersey J-Cup, not Jersey Jacob. He's the one, the only Joey Janela. Joey, how you doing?
We're okay. Just chilling out. Little snowy day here in New Jersey. Well, it snowed last night. It's not snowing anymore, but it's nice and white. You know?
I'm up in Toronto. We're about to get basted overnight, so I get it. It's gonna be rough.
I mean, we haven't really had too much snow this year. Global warming.
It's been nothing but ice and snow for about 2 months here in Ohio, but Ohio's terrible. So
yeah.
Are you facing John Cena at WrestleMania? Let's go ahead and put this out there.
John Cena? So when I left AEW, I asked I was in the talks with WWE to come in there, and I said there's only 2 ways I'm coming into the company, is if I have a feud with John Cena or The Rock. And they checked The Rock. They said Cena no, because he was filming a movie. They checked The Rock's schedule. The Rock was down. And what happened was Rock had to film a commercial for his energy drink. So they couldn't do it. And so, yeah, that's why I'm wrestling on the indies, you know.
Because Rock big timed you for his Zoa?
I mean, I understand where he was coming from. You know, that's a big investment right there. So it was supposed to pay off at WrestleMania. I think I pitched him the idea. I was deranged paparazzi, and I was taking pictures of The Rock, like walking out of restaurants and shit. And then eventually I'd blast him with my camera, or a fireball would come out of the camera, like, you know, Yokozuna style, and burn him to death nearly. And he couldn't, you know, do his movie. So then he came after me, and then we wrestled at WrestleMania in a ladder match for his contract to Under Armour.
Really, of all the things, it would have been Under Armour. Good for that.
Yeah, it's a lot of money in that.
That's true. That's true. What would you have named it? Would you have named it Janela Razzi Promotions? Like, what would have been your paparazzi company name?
I forgot.
Have you ever tried the Terramana? It's good shit.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's okay. I know. Actually, his tequila. I thought you were talking about the energy drink, the Zoa. That's
Zoa's the energy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the tequila was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't drink anymore, but when I was drinking, yeah, I did partake in the Rock tequila gimmick.
I drink it every Friday. That's on this show live. Just drink on the air. Who cares?
Yeah. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Yeah, it's good shit. It's good shit.
How is the cutting down the drinking, the no drinking? How has that been for you?
It's been great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel so much healthier. You know, no more missing flights, no more losing my passport, and feeling like shit wrestling these crazy indie matches. I did it. A lot of my great indie matches, I was completely hungover. Me and Moxley in Fighter Fest, I was completely hungover. And I'm looking back, like you had issues or something. It's like, why were you doing this to yourself the night before shows? But I got better with the times. But now it's like, you know, instead of going to the bar after the show, it's going to the hotel room, ordering some Popeye's chicken, and going to bed, or not going to bed because the flight is too early, and getting on the flight, but sleeping on the flight and waking up refreshed and feeling like a princess.
You have Atticus Kogar this weekend in the first round. This is a man who has skewered you in the past. You've been through some wars with Atticus Kogar. What are you expecting this weekend?
I mean, I'm wrestling right now with a torn bicep, completely ruptured. You know, usually surgery is required with a rupture as bad as mine. But with spring break coming up and WrestleMania weekend, I opted not to do the surgery. So I wrestled Paul Walter Hauser, famous Hollywood actor, Golden Globe and Emmy winner. this past weekend in Seattle. We had a great match. What the fans were calling 8-star match. I think Meltzer said it was 9 stars. But anyways, I wrestled with a torn bicep, and man, that was a rough one. It was a hard one to get through. Felt like, every bump I took, I felt it in my bicep. And that bicep right now is halfway up the arm, and it's such a shame because I was just getting such good shape. By the summer, I would have been maybe the best physical condition I've ever been in. And, it's completely torn. So I'm going to fight through it. And J-Cup is, without a torn bicep, is, it's a grueling tournament. It's 4 rounds. I've done the first year, I made it to the 3rd round. Last year, I made it to the 2nd round. This year, I going all the way with a torn bicep. So, Atticus Kogar, he's just come back to the company. He's trying to regain the trust of the locker room, but he's doing it a sleazy way. But I don't think he really cares, actually, to be honest. But he left the company a few years ago. He followed Ricky Shane Page out of the company. He realized eventually, years later, that if he kept on following the path Ricky Shane Page was on, he'd become quite irrelevant, like Ricky. So he had to come back to GCW to regain his relevance, and we'll see what happens.
We asked the question to Cole Radrick on Monday, looking at the field and knowing that you, like Cole, have been a part of GCW and JCW for such a long time. Was there anyone that immediately stood out to you as someone you want to face in this J-Cup?
I mean, it's a stacked J-Cup. I'd say Clark Connors. That's never happened before. I think that'd be quite the match right there. But it's a great one. I think Arez is in the tournament, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Surprisingly, we never been in a match together either. That's another one. So let's get past Atticus. Atticus has to. There's no weapons in this tournament. This is the J-Cup. There's rules to this shit. The last 3 years, he spent his time wrestling in dirt pits and chain rope rings and hepatitis covered canvases all over the United States. And he got away with just smash and bash wrestling. You pick something up, you smash him in the head. There's no technical wrestling aspects to that. I call it smash and bash wrestling. And then he'd pull out the skewers and get a cheap pop. But now he's going to have to learn how to wrestle. Not only is it the J-Cup, but it's GCW, number 1 indie in the world right now. And, there's no smash and bash here, especially with Joey Janela. People, pigeonhole me into saying, some people that really haven't paid attention to my career say I'm a hardcore wrestler, but I do hardcore just as well as I do technical, just as well as I do high flying, just as well as I do some comedy stuff. I'm a little bit of everything.
One venue where you had to kind of do a little bit of everything because of rules and regulations was Hammerstein and facing Tanaka. And you said afterwards, like, you're good if you don't wrestle at Hammerstein again. Is it largely just the restrictions that go into the New York and not being able to do certain things?
It's just a pain in the ass, and I feel like, it's a hot crowd, but I wrestled for the way hotter, this past weekend, and I said Seattle. I said that building is, in my opinion, number 1 wrestling building on the Indies. Like, that crowd, however much they fit there, feels like thousands. It's real hot all night. They never get tired. But Hammerstein, of course, there was the issues this year with the injury and delay in show and getting them back and the long show, and it was a 5-hour show. And the restrictions, and it's just a pain in the ass. Just New York City is a pain in the ass, the commission. But, there's that guy they sent from the commission. I think his name is I don't know what his fucking name is, but he was whining and screaming the whole show because there's unprotected chair shots. And so one more unprotected chair shot, we're shutting the show down. Shit like that. It's just stressful. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with it.
Well, next thing
If I was a promoter, I don't know if I'd ever run in New York City after the last few times, after whatever I've seen in my career. Ambulances not getting there in time and shows getting delayed hours. And I have a House of Glory once, but yeah, it's just like I wanted to start my own promotion a couple years ago, and I'm like, let's do it like it would be cool to do in like New York City nightclubs. And now I'm completely against that idea after the last couple of years.
Do it in an Atlanta nightclub, just from what I've heard.
Atlanta nightclub. I mean, Atlanta is like, I don't know. I don't think it's too hot there right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like everybody's been running Atlanta.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Last month it was like center stage for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just not hot for GCW. Maybe everyone else. Because I don't know. I don't know what MLW is, or I think TNA sold it out. Westside Gun was there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is a hot wrestling city, unless you're GCW. But it's okay. It's okay.
So you were talking about your own promotion, and while you didn't do that, you're still going ahead with Joey Janela Spring Break. That is your big show every year, WrestleMania weekend. You coaxed Sabu out from his hole for a last match. How do we get there? And what's kind of your feeling going into it? Because Sabu is, well, he's Sabu. What's the feeling there? And how do we get there?
I mean, Sabu, I don't know where his mind's at right now. I know he wants to do the match. He has wrestled in a few years. I know he's a big fan of mine. He's a big fan of GCW. And we didn't start off always on the same page. We had a match in like 2016, which they did a documentary about me on YouTube that a lot of people watch. Please Don't Die. And that's one of the focal points of the documentary. That Sabu, he was just like beat to death in this situation. He couldn't get it done in the ring, and he needed hips, and he needed this, he needed that, and the match just didn't go the way we planned. And it's like, fuck. It's like, never meet your idols, never wrestle your idols, you know? And at that point, I was like, fuck this guy. But later in later years, we become tight, you know, hanging out in Las Vegas where he lives. We have mutual friends, and it's fucking Sabu. So if anyone was going to get his last match, it was going to be me. And I don't know where he's at right now. He said he's going to be getting ready for it. But I said, I'll get you through it, Sabu. I told him in Hammerstein, and he goes, no, I'll get you through it. I said, I guess that's what I want to hear. So I don't need to be fucking carried. I'm going to carry you through a Sabu fucking classic. He also said to me, he wants it to be his greatest match of all time. So I don't know what that means. Could be. I told him I've wrestled Marty Jannetty with deformed ankles, and he could barely walk. I did that twice. I wrestled Barry Horowitz, who needs 2 knee replacement surgeries, and he can't bend his knees, so he looks like he moves like a real life action figure. And Shaw Ross Sapp popped up on the bottom here.
I almost wrestled Barry Horowitz once.
Well, I did for 30 minutes. It was a better. I think people always say Bret Hart is the greatest carry job wrestler of all time, and I could say right now, with all the confidence in my heart, and you think I'm joking or just making up some bullshit, that I am the greatest carry job wrestler of all time.
No, I think you're
even
incredible
better than Bret Hart.
People.
Even better than Bret Hart.
I would say, don't step on the line so I can turn this into a headline, Sean.
I love Bret Hart. He's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and he's a better wrestler than I'll ever be. But as far as carrying other wrestlers through matches I am the best carry job wrestler of all time. They were saying when he carried, what's his name?
Tom McGee.
You give good CJs.
Tom McGee. Yeah, it was a great carry job. I mean, that guy looked like the next thing. But I wrestled Barry Horowitz for 30 minutes.
Mine was going to be a squash where he walked in and hit me with a small package and beat me. So, yeah.
That's what he wanted to do to me. I said, no, brother. No, that ain't happening tonight. And I was, I never did magic mushrooms before, but I was drunk the night before. And we were at the bar. My friend's girlfriend, she's the bartender. So whenever the bar would close, we'd just stay there till like 4 or 5 a.m. Just keep on drinking for free. And the other bartender had magic mushrooms. And I said, give me that. I took a handful and I ate them. And then for some reason, I went back to my friend's house. I was feeling good, you know. I was like, wow, this isn't too bad. But then I watched a wrestler. I don't know why. That's what I wanted to watch on magic mushrooms. But I stayed up all night and then went right to the building. And I was still high on magic mushrooms. I wrestled Barry Horowitz, dealing with the side effects of that. So, and I carried him to a 30-minute match. So Bret Hart could never.
John, do you have a question?
I have no questions.
That's a great headline. No.
Yeah, it's a great headline.
Oh, yeah.
And it's true. That's not like me when I came and said that I wanted to wrestle The Rock in WrestleMania. That's just me talking out my ass. Me saying that I'm a better carry job wrestler than Bret Hart is 100% the truth. They said guys can wrestle a broom. I'm that guy. I'm him. I can wrestle a broom for 30 minutes. No problem.
That should be like everybody's blowing up on, TikTok and Instagram. That could be like your content ID. You wrestling various objects. And
I did the social distancing match. I wrestled the Invisible Man. I wrestled that fucking Yoshiko doll.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks wrestled a broom during the early pandemic. He posted himself against the broom.
I mean, I could do it. I wrestled basically walking brooms. Who else? Jeff Hart. If you haven't seen this match, you have to go on YouTube and watch this one. It's from 5 Hour Wrestling. It's a guy, Jeff Hart. He's like a hillbilly guy who he pretends he's related to Bret Hart. Untrained wrestler down south. He's quite the legend. I did a 30-minute match with him and made him look like Kenta Kobashi. So
I want to do a gimmick where I call myself Jeff Rebel and I make my entrance music worse each time I have a match. That's what I want to do.
Have you pitched that to anybody?
No, this is the first time.
Okay.
So Joey will be facing somebody with that gimmick in 2 weeks.
Now, I am looking at this Jeff Hart match, and I'm looking at Jeff Hart's, and I'm crying a little bit inside.
The thing is, I lived up to the $5 wrestling hype because the string came out of my tights before, and I couldn't get it back in before that match. So the whole match, my pants are falling down.
I see it. You're just pulling up your pants. This rules.
It's embarrassing, but it's $5 wrestling, so it's okay.
It's
but
true.
there is the greatest.
I'm the Jeff Hart match. Oh my god!
There is the greatest chair shot of all time in that match. He's like standing across on the other side of the ring, and somehow I chuck that chair about 20 feet, and it nails him right in the fucking head over the ring.
I just scrubbed to that point. This is shit rules.
I threw it right over the ring. Somehow it's like a 20-foot fucking shot, and I nail him with it. It's a good one. You got to watch that.
I'm glued to the screen right now as I see this. Look at you
do a
giving
live
him
watch
some
along
too.
Of Joey's match.
Next time we'll do a watch along for sure. But
yeah, this is a tape study moment for sure.
Yeah, this is like if this is the match. If you say I'm a bad wrestler, if you have that opinion, they'll still say I'm a bad wrestler. That's to say it's trash. But if you know this guy's the level of this guy is at in ring, and I do this, I think it's nearly 30-minute match with him.
Video's 26 minutes.
This is Hall of Fame shit. This is
I'm
first
16
ballot
minutes
Hall of
in,
Fame
and he
bullshit.
is. You've got a sharpshooter locked on him, of which I think you released. He was probably legitimately asking you to release it at that point.
I mean,
Oh, you put it on again. No, he
That's like-
kicked out. Oh, ref bump.
That's what you do.
There's like 8.
Okay, I got to watch this in full. I can't skip around.
You got to watch it in full. It's like,
Yeah.
it is one of the, like, I've showed it to people. Like, I've showed it to people that are millionaires right now in the wrestling business. And they said it's the greatest match they ever seen in their life. And I should be inducted to every Hall of Fame. I don't know why I'm not on Meltzer's that fucking, what is that, Observer Hall of Fame ballad?
Yeah, we
I think it's
should
a ballad, not a ballad.
What?
Well, it's the ballad of Hall of Fames.
They should
It's
make
the
a
song.
ballad about me carrying all these fucking guys.
So you gave them the legit headline. Can you give us another headline other than I showed all the millionaires my match with Jeff Hart and they said it was the greatest thing of all time?
I don't know. I just make headlines. I don't know. People can't really see my tweets anymore. The Ringside News used to make a headline out of every one of my tweets. That guy, he looks like
I can't embed your tweets. Like you've it's flagged.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I'm like a porn. Like I've posted my cock on there, but I never did. But I don't know. Maybe I've said some weird shit, which I have. But I can't do shit, man. It sucks.
Yeah, I gotta pull up your actual account. I can't just search you. I have to look up Janela baby, and that's the only way that I can actually see your Twitter.
I think I'm 10,000 impressions away from I can make a. They could start sending me money apparently or some shit on Twitter. So I'm feeling like I'm feeling like I just have to get to that barometer, and they'll be like, "Oh, this guy is making us money, so we gotta release the hounds here, release his tweets to the world." You know, I don't know why my shit can't be embedded, but like you can post like Nazi shit on there now, you know?
Well,
I'm sure that shit can be embedded, you know? You could post a picture of like Hitler like riding a pony or something. And you could post that all over the place.
It was
me.
It's so weird. Yes, I can't even embed like I just want to embed when you made the announcement that the Wagners are going to be at spring breaks. Like, why is this flagged? Maybe because you tagged GCW. I don't know.
No, they can't. You can't even look up my name on. You can't even look up my name on Twitter.
I have to pull. I have to look at his actual. I have to enter his actual handle and
just search.
Yeah, like it won't show up any other way. It's really weird.
It's like me and porn people. It's the same thing. I don't know why. I've never posted any nudes or anything. I threaten to post my dick for the world to see.
When I search your name, a search recommendation comes up. It says Joey Janela hacking.
What are you doing?
I'm hacking, apparently. Hacking the world of wrestling to great carry job matches.
Well, a lot of people have.
Hacking the wrestling matrix. That's what I feel like. I feel like everything. I feel like I live in a fake world. Has been catered to me, like the Matrix, but it's all wrestling. It's like you want to wrestle all these guys as a teenager, you wrestle them all, but you have to carry them to 30-minute match.
Is there anyone on the list that you haven't wrestled? You're like, okay, this.
I mean, a lot of the guys are retired now. Like, but I had like Buddha on the list and like Liger and those guys. I don't know who else. I wrestle them all, man. It's kind of fucked. Like, I feel like
Bushwhacker Luke or Butch, is he still doing it?
Bushwhacker Luke is. Butch is dead.
Yeah.
Bushwhacker Luke lives above Hogan's restaurant, I think.
Yeah, he wrestled in 2023.
I think he has a supplement shop or some shit next to him.
That man had six matches in 2023.
Yeah,
Ellsworth
still going.
wrestled him. You can.
I mean, he's still going. I mean, I don't know if I could get a match out of this guy. That might be what I can't get a wrestling match out of.
Just do the battering ram to each turnbuckle.
I mean, I could try.
You can do the
really
Hasbro stomp where
now. We're really
I think
digging
we
it.
found one.
I would like the team of them be the new Bushwhackers. My teeth, I have missing tooth, so
That'd actually be kind of cool.
we're kind of just works, you know. Who had the missing tooth? Was it Luke or Bush? Luke had the missing tooth.
I feel like they both had.
I
missing
feel like it
teeth.
was both.
Yeah. We're just like that's me.
You
Me
can
and
make
him.
this work.
Yeah, the new Bushwhackers.
New Bushwhackers, baby. That's
Tommy
fucking
Rich
dope.
is still out there wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommy Rich might be on spring break this year.
There you go.
All
There's
right.
some crazy idea there that me and Brett cooked up, but
You versus Braden
the
Walker.
senior scramble. The senior scramble.
Senior Scramble. Is that a Denny's thing? Sponsored?
No. It should be. It should be sponsored by the Denny's in Vegas that we wrestle in front of in the cold.
I ate at that Denny's 2 weeks ago.
I went on a date at that Denny's once. Not a date, but I was out at a club with a girl.
It's a
and
wonderful Denny's.
we went to the Denny's after. But yeah,
What is your
I went for
Denny's order?
Denny's. I fucking hate Denny's.
It used to
Have
be.
you
better.
you ever wrestled NWO Sting? I know you were in he was in the cluster.
No, I don't know. Where is he at?
He was jacked last time I saw him.
He was jacked at spring break. Big guy. Takeshi. Oh, never mind. Yeah, but Takeda marked out for seeing NWO Sting at spring break. So I guess this guy really had some influence in Japan.
Oh, Jeremy watched me mark out over him at WrestleCade because I wanted to do an interview with him, and I was like, "Is he going to want to do an interview about being somebody else?" And he was really great. He was wonderful.
Those clusterfuck matches, we've got some names, but we've run out, I think. And now we're
I've got some potential ones for you. How about Henry O. Godwin?
that's one I've thought of for sure.
It's
For sure.
Vegas, so Godfather.
The Godfather, he doesn't want to do anything, I don't think.
Oh.
I don't think he wants to do anything physical.
He's
I
busy.
think he tried before.
Doesn't have to
think
do
I've-
anything physical. He's just there to do what the Godfather does.
I think we tried the Godfather or Papa Shango.
Mustafa Syed. He's still wrestling.
Is he really?
Of the Gangsters. Yeah, he wrestled. Let's see, last month. He wrestles.
That's
He
awesome.
wrestles every month in California.
Oh shit! I mean, that's awesome. Well, that's a good one, actually. If this guy's wrestling every month, how come that's full on the radar?
Listen, if you want the ultimate carry job, Joey Janela versus Shanky.
Shanky, he's gonna carry my ass.
Let's
I mean,
see
Bret-
here.
I think Brett would. I think he's trying to. I think he wants all the Punjabi wrestlers to come to GCW. I think he
Should.
wants to start GCW India, to be honest.
Where's Jinder been? He hasn't been on recent shows.
I don't know.
He did.
Get him run. I don't know.
Midweek.
I don't know. I'm pissed. I never got to wrestle Jinder. That would have been a good one.
You ever wrestled Sandman?
No, he's too fucked to wrestle. But
He's
it's
smoked
cool, man.
out
I
of
did a podcast a few months
yeah,
ago.
Singapore Kane with Sandman.
I did his podcast a few months ago. Yeah, he's a cool ass dude.
Yeah, somehow, like I always look at his cage match every year, and somehow, like he works a match every year, which is him standing on the ring apron in street clothes until he cracks somebody over the head with a cane.
The thing with the
And the
carry
match.
job is these wrestlers gonna want it too. You know,
Yeah,
it's not a one-way street. Barry Horowitz didn't want it at first, but I talked him into it somehow. I said, "This is the match. If I say stay, you stay. If I say move, you move. Okay?" And that was it. That's one. It's on full matches on YouTube. I'm doing something called Janela Throwback Thursdays now,
saw that.
where I post a match every week, a weird match I've had, and make it a little music video and post it on my social media. But no one gave a shit last week. And that was Barry Horowitz. It's because my social media is blocked. You know, the algorithm is right now Nazis. So
Yeah.
the algorithm is Nazis, and so it got lost in the shuffle.
We're gonna have to start running it on our platform instead.
That's it.
There you
Just start
go.
running all my shit on the platform.
Sandman has had a match every year since 1989. That's pretty impressive.
It's good stuff.
I mean, he'll do it to his, if you want to call it matches, but I don't think he really does much. I think he just comes in and hits a couple people with the cane, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
He hits
they're
the Russian
very
legs.
quote-unquote matches.
I mean, I don't even think he hits the Russian anymore.
Tony Atlas wrestled 2 weeks ago.
Wow, that's a good one. Oh, I wanted
Yeah.
Tony Atlas in the clusterfuck a couple years ago. I don't know why it didn't pan out, but I just didn't want him to do anything but come out, and the girl just stands on his face as the match is going on around him.
That'd be very funny. He was in the Limitless Rumble like last month or 2 months ago. So why
Did he do that spot?
No, not that. I'm pretty sure. Although the thumbnail on the YouTube video probably was that.
I think we'll do that this year. I need to put in the word. Need to see some foot fetish action on spring break.
It is Vegas,
Haku.
though.
Haku.
Mhm.
Haku, I think we had booked once, and it fell through somehow. I was lost in New York.
Yeah.
It ended up being Sabu.
Oh, yeah. There's the Barbarian, the Warlord.
There's
You can
some
face the
good ones.
Barbarian, the
There is some good
Warlord,
ones.
and Haku as like some new stable of Faces
There's
of
some good
Fear and the
There's
Powers
just
of
no
Pain.
like real obscure ones. Mustafa, yes, that's a real obscure one, but
Yeah, he's wrestling every month. He's like 60 something,
he probably looks jacked still too.
probably. I mean, listen, Onyx of TNA, was it the front line or the red shirt security or whatever the hell that was? Find that kid, Chris Vaughn of TNA red shirt security. I remember
have
they were
no
like,
idea who
this
that
guy's the future of TNA. And
I have no idea who that is.
Like, if there's any name that I feel Joey Janela can get out of wherever he is, we need Monty Brown back.
I mean, that's a one that was like on the list since the beginning, but it's unattainable. Unattainable.
Very
That's been
yeah,
like
I
that's
mean,
been like
listen.
pitched since Spring Break 1 every year. Let's get Monty Brown, and it's just not going to happen.
the white whale, Monty Brown.
What about
Ahmed
Matt
Johnson,
Bentley?
I talked to him. That might happen.
I mean, that'd be
Oh.
great.
Ah.
That'd be great.
Is he going to be Ahmed Johnson or Big T?
I don't know. I want him to come out with the pistol though.
and the LOD spikes that he still
That's why I'm
has.
the pistol whip some people in the ring. Shoot.
Where's
Loaded
Matt
too.
Bentley these days? Michael Shane. He was
Michael
Shawn
Shane.
Michaels'
Michael
nephew.
Shane, I was a
that-
big mark for when I was a teenager.
He was good.
He ruled.
Because we were like, wow, it's Shawn Michaels' nephew. Was that the case? Was he somehow related to Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was like
was
his
made up.
nephew
Yeah.
or cousin or something.
I didn't know if that was work or shoot.
No, I think it was shoot actually.
Okay.
Ooh, Air Paris, AJ
No, I was
Styles.
just about to
team.
say Paris. That
I
would be
know
cool,
him. He's a
too.
good dude.
That'd be cool. I was gonna say that like 2 minutes ago for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I could carry all these guys to 5-star matches.
You wrestled Gary Wolf.
Man, that almost happened before, I think. But yeah, I think we tried to get Gary Wolf for the clusterfuck last year. Was he in it? I don't think he was even in it. No, he wasn't.
He wasn't
in
in it. He wasn't in it.
No, I
He
tried
wrestled.
to get him, and then he was like, it's too late.
He wrestles about once a month as well.
Yeah. He's like, it was too late. I'm not doing it.
See, there are some options still. This whole year could just be you wrestling these guys.
I mean, I'm broken down myself. I'm more broken down than some of these guys.
He's gotta go get his bicep healed, Sean.
Gotta be
Yeah,
healed.
that's true. That's true. Doug Gilbert, have you wrestled him? I know he did some stuff with Allie.
Yeah. No, I haven't. But he
1996 Royal Rumble legend, Doug Gilbert.
yeah, he's a legend. I see Doug Gilbert in '98. walking distance, 2 minutes from my house.
Wow.
This Psycho Sid, fresh off his WWF run.
Damn. I'm looking at. I see it. Hazlet, New Jersey.
Yep, Holy Family School.
Let's see what was on that card. The Overweight Lover against Kevin Knight. Not the good
Not the
one.
current Kevin Knight.
Not the current Kevin. Wow,
Kevin
Devin
Knight.
Storm, Crowbar.
Yep.
On that show.
He wrestled
event,
Inferno Kid. Did he wrestle Inferno Kid that show? Is that who he wrestled?
Devin Storm wrestled Ray Odyssey and Slayer.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Wow, Stevie Richards against Rick Ratchet in a ladder match.
Oh,
That was on that show?
That's what it says, yeah.
I remember someone wrestled Rick Ratchet. I didn't know it was Stevie Richards. I don't remember that whatsoever.
Well, the main event was Lance Diamond. Do you remember who he wrestled?
Bob Backlund?
You're right. Bob Backlund.
And
I
there was
just
some
love
guy-
the
I
idea
remember There
of
was some guy with a Goldberg mask in the crowd, or a Steve Austin mask, and he was standing on. This place was packed. There was almost 1,500 people there because the Indies were hot at this time. Like NWA
Pretty good
Jersey
card.
was hot. Was hot. There was 1,000, and I forgot who was originally supposed to be in that match, but they no-showed. I forgot who it was. Maybe Al Snow, I think. So Al Snow was supposed to wrestle Lance Diamond, and he no-showed. So they had Bob Backlund, so no one gave a shit. So the whole match, there was a guy in a Steve Austin mask in the bleachers, and he was shaking his head like Goldberg, and everyone was going, Goldberg! And no one paid attention to the fucking match. And I remember this vividly, and I was 9 years old, maybe 8 years old.
Well, buddy, the Overweight Lover is still wrestling.
Oh,
Is he really?
Yeah, his name is Biggie Biggs. He's wrestling in Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Biggie Biggs. That's a Jersey
And
legend right there.
Yeah, he's still working.
I didn't know they call him the Overweight Lover.
They call him the Overweight Lover.
I know he lost a bunch of weight, so he's not too overweight anymore.
now he's just the
blue
lover.
meanie.
well, no,
Blue
now
meanie to the blue boy.
maybe now he just likes to make love to overweight people instead of being the overweight person to whom
Maybe
the
that
love is
was the
given.
thing.
I can't believe
Yeah.
Steve Richards was on that show.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
then there was
Pitbulls.
another. The next time they came back to that building, it was Public Enemy versus the Pitbulls. And I have
Wow.
a picture. There's a picture on my social media. You can find it somewhere. Me with the Public Enemy, and they're fucking zooted out of their minds. You could just tell in the picture. And
By the way, those that don't know Lance Diamond, who faced Bob Backlund, that's Pat Kenny, Simon Diamond.
who was on that second show? It was
Let's see. I'll find out.
Public Enemy versus the Pitbulls. There was a ladder match. I think it was Inferno Kid and Devin Storm on that one. Maybe there was someone else in there. Definitely
It
a
was
fake Golga on the
98.
show.
Did you say a fake Golga?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be one of
What?
John Tenta's other characters? Why go with Golga?
I mean, Golga was a hot
Yeah.
deal in New Jersey Indies at the time. It was they'd get any fat guy to be in the Golga costume.
Okay.
And that went on to 2009. Just so they could put because there's benefit shows that the scam,
he
the
was
Carluzzo scam was that when Carluzzo died, Dapper kind of took his territory, Dapper Joe Panzerino, and turned to NWS. That's where I started. You would be they would do benefits packages, 3 TV names and 1 big name. You have to pay this for your thing. And then there'd be the lower package. It's 2 TV names and be Tito Santana and Golga, but it would just be any guy in a Golga mask.
Was this show in New Brunswick, New Jersey?
No, there was that one was at Holy Family too. But I've been to other show. There was a couple. I've seen some crazy ones. I've seen some crazy weird shows. NWA Jersey shows.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it. Let's see. Who did you say that Public Enemy faced?
Pitbulls. But they toured that match, I think, for like a month or a couple of months.
Yeah, I can't find anything but one in Tom's River where Missy Hyatt defeated Sweet Destiny as well.
I seen Missy Hyatt versus Nicole Bass.
Oh,
Wow.
On an show.
Ooh, Don Montoya and Reckless Youth versus the Backseat Boys on this one. That would have been
Backseat Boys, EWR legends.
really good.
The Backseat Boys, Boys was at Holy Family. That they wrestled Twiggy, Biggie Biggs. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Sir, that's the overweight lover to you.
Overweight lover, overnight lover.
Guys, I'm going to prepare for my show. Joey, it was a pleasure. Good to see you.
Is Jimmy joining you?
Jimmy,
No, hell no. Jimmy's not joining.
Sorry,
Yeah.
folks. Can't ask Jimmy about his favorite episode of ITW.
Yeah. Jimmy doesn't know this show exists, thankfully.
Probably for the best.
It doesn't affect his budget. I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Sean.
Thanks, Sean. Well, that took a detour.
he was out. He was out.
All right. Jeremy, do you have anything else, or am I going to do partner promo punch in the face?
Partner promo punch in the face.
All right. Joey, we've done this before with you. 3 names, partner, promo, or punch in the face. You ready?
Okay. What was the promo? What does that mean?
Oh, it's just someone you go one-on-one on just a promo. Who you'd like to do a promo off with.
Okay.
All right. It's people who are in the J-Cup because that's why you're here.
It's promo, punch.
Partner, promo, punch in the face. Singles match, punch in the face.
Okay.
All right. Masha Slamovich, Sydney Akeem, Jack Cartwheel.
Jack Cartwheel, punch in the face. Because, I don't know. That's probably the most punchable face out of them all.
I get it.
Promo off. I don't know. I haven't really heard City. Actually, I haven't really heard City Akeem talk too much. So I'd promo with him just because I never really heard him talk, and everyone would be paying attention to me in that situation. And Masha, I have to team with because she'll kill somebody. But yeah, that's not a fun one. Give me like 3 weird names.
I was gonna pick 3 weird ones, and I was like, then we got into this sidetrack.
J-Cup.
I'm only going by who was told to me, not for this, but for the J-Cup stuff.
Yeah, give me weird fucking names. Think of something.
All right. Partner promo, punch in the face. The chat might actually have better suggestions than I will, because we just went through so many obscure and just random names. Okay. Louis says, partner promo, punch in the face. Christopher Reeves. These are not wrestlers. Christopher Reeves, Doink the Clown, and Mantar.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah. You wanted obscure names. We're going not even wrestling.
Well, I'm going to punch him in the face because he's not going to fight back.
That's not the worst thing somebody said about Christopher Reeves on this show.
Sorry.
So we're all good.
It's true.
Mantar. Oh, who was the other one next to Mantar?
Doink.
Oh, Mantar. I team with, and Doink be a promo off, especially if it's Matt Bourne.
I said, which Doink are we getting here? You get like the multiverse of Doinks
because
okay.
he was the most creative out of the Doinks. Ray Apollo was just it is what it is. Do we have any more? Is there any more in the chat?
Keep throwing out some obscure
that
stuff.
are not Christopher Reeves.
Well,
He's been a big topic on the show today.
Now
he has been. That's true.
we're hypothetically speaking. I'm going to be canceled for that.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry. The other guy wasn't, so you'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Because
chat.
I'm wearing my Eminem hoodie, so that hopefully will prevent me from being totally canceled as I make references to his music.
Yeah, people say we're crazier shit.
Fantasio, Ahmed Johnson, Papa Shango.
I'm gonna team with Ahmed Johnson because he's got guns. And these days, you never know. Someone could come and fucking try to ambush me at like a meet and greet or something. If Ahmed was sitting next to me, Just fucking blow their brains out. Papa Shango, I would. The Magician, I don't know. Phantasmo, I team with. I'm teaming with Ahmed.
Yeah, you're teaming with
The
Ahmed.
mime. I think he's a mime, so I'd promo off against him. I'm pretty sure he was also a mime magician, and that means I'd have to punch Papa Shango in the face, and then he'd probably make me vomit up some kind of disgusting
Black goo. Yeah.
Black goo. Voodoo goo.
Last one of 90s 90s stars, sort of. Abe Knucklebar Schwartz, The Goon, and TL Hopper.
They could all go to hell. I don't want anything to do with those fucking guys.
There you go.
We did it. We did partner promo punch in the face enough times that we've officially pissed off Joey Janela. Let's go.
No, never.
I know.
Good mood these days. Good vibes.
Eating lobster. Megan Bain's picking up victories. You got a lot of lobster coming your way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's sitting next to me.
Oh.
She's pissed at me now because I've been sitting here parked next to a construction site while I did this interview.
Well, now I feel terrible that we've gone this long.
Yes.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault because her flight landed an hour early today, so I had to reschedule the interview. So blame it on the fucking pilot.
We can do that.
We can do that.
Yeah.
But you know, you guys are there together now, so we should probably let you go and enjoy your day.
You're gonna choke me to death.
There are worse ways to spend a day.
I mean, yeah, it's not too bad, but
Joey, thanks for joining us. Let everybody know where they can maybe find you at, or maybe not find you at, because it doesn't work.
Type in Janela baby on Twitter, word for word, with one L, not two, because even sometimes I do like a random indie promotion. They have like a Titantron set up, and I'll look back at it. My name, they'll still spell my name with two fucking L's. It's one L, you know. Janela baby on Instagram, the bad boy Joey Janela. I'm losing followers constantly, so follow me on there. Maybe just bots. I don't know where they're getting sick of me, or they're just jealous of my life. Probably that one. I don't know. I'm on a bunch of other shit too. Blue Sky or whatever. I don't know what my name is there. If you type in Joey Janela, you'll find me on there. I'm on that woke app, but I don't really go on there. But sometimes I do when someone sends something to me. But I'm on that woke shit. But on there, and then I'm on everything else. TikTok I'm on, but I don't really use. Maybe I should use it. Maybe
Bigger than Roman Reigns on TikTok.
Does Roman Reigns have TikTok?
Yeah, he has TikTok. Yeah.
What does
he gives
do?
hair tips. He gives hair tips on TikTok.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who has more followers, Roman Reigns or the Costco?
The Costco guys?
Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley's the answer. Rhea Ripley has a ton of followers on TikTok. Roman Reigns has 3.4 million followers.
He probably has more.
Costco guys have
It's got to be in the tens.
you think so?
No, maybe
Yeah.
less.
AJ has 2.6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
There you go.
There's a whole debate. People don't believe me. I'm saying in the United States, the Costco guys are more recognizable than Roman Reigns to a normal person these days.
Oh,
And
it's
people think I'm crazy, and I'm like, no, I just live in the real world. I don't live in this. I know wrestling's a niche industry. There's a little bubble, and of course, like some wrestlers are mainstream, and Roman Reigns is one of them. But if you put the Costco guys and the Rizzler in a mall at the same time as Roman Reigns, and you tally up who gets more attention, who gets more pictures, it's going to be the Costco guys and the Rizzler.
Yep.
Hate to say it, man. They're just too over right now. And they're proving they have staying power too, which is we haven't seen this in a long time, because usually it's a cup of coffee and they're out of there. But these guys have staying power. They're smart. And I mean, I was at the Freehold Mall around Christmas time. It's a mall in Jersey. I don't know why I had to name it, but there was some random TikToker there. I had no idea who the fuck he was. He was some teenager. I think they were doing some pranks. He had a whole posse. And every kid in that mall, not even kid, everyone from kid to maybe 20 years old knew who this fucking guy was, and they were screaming shit at him from the thing and saying stuff to him, asking him for pictures. And I had no idea who the fuck this guy was. I said, imagine if it's the Costco guys and Rizzler in there. It'd be like Beatlemania. And then Roman Reigns, on the other hand, yeah, of course you'd get some attention, but not as much as those guys. Just wrestling, it's just not as mainstream as you think. But fans they're still gonna say you're an idiot because they're associated with it. Why is that not translated to ratings? Because no one knows he's on fucking TV wrestling.
Oh my God, honey, is that Jason Momoa over there? Basically what you'd be getting.
I mean, Roman Reigns, he would get certainly. Like, I'm not. This is USA. I'm not saying anywhere else. You go to India, you go to anywhere else. You go to South America, wherever. Roman Reigns is getting mobbed.
Oh, I've told when Big Boom wrestled at Full Gear, I got 12 kids, and they were all like, "Wait, Big Boom, AJ from the Costco guys, is the Rizzler there? Big Justice is there?" They're texting their friends and everything. Like, that's all they cared about on this show. They didn't care about anything else. I
mean, I don't know why Tony hasn't pulled the trigger on him wrestling a big. I know he loves the, what do they call that? Just fucking hot-shotting those. Some
we've pitched putting the trios titles on Big Justice, Big Boom, and Rizzler. Like, this should have happened months ago.
Yep.
I mean, it's got to lead to something. There's got to be some kind of angle. I don't care who it's with. Little build, give it 3 weeks, and then have a big blow-off main event on Dynamite, and people will be watching, I guarantee.
Yeah, you don't have to convince us. We're all about it.
I mean, I was talking to him before, like, right before AEW, I almost had him for... It was either Hammerstein or Spring Break. And I was talking to him, and then he was like, I'm doing something with AEW now. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I was going to wrestle him for myself. Because I'm a better carry job wrestler than QT Marshall. Well, Big Boom carried him through the match. QT didn't carry him through shit.
Yeah, Big Boom that's a 5-star wrestler right there.
I mean, I used to watch him wrestle when I was like 12 years old at indie shows in New Jersey. And he would leave an 8x10 of himself on every chair. So when you walked in, there was a AJ 8x10 on everything. His name was Power Child, Eric Justice. And he would have an 8x10. I probably still have his 8x10 on in my drawer in my mom's house.
That thing's worth something now.
But we were like, this guy is such a fucking tool, man. Like, he just posted he's giving everyone his 8x10 so they can hold it up when he comes out. What a fucking arc. But
that's good. It's good business. That's good promotion.
I've talked to people that see his bank account, and that money never stops rolling in for those guys right now.
Can imagine. Good Lord.
Big Justice has enough money to retire on already, I heard.
Oh, yeah. Big Rizzler he can retire tomorrow. He's good.
Yeah. Rizzler was 10 minutes from me, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've
been trying to link up with these guys and do a video. But who the fuck am I, They're fucking with real superstars now. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, they did a video with Bill Alfonso. They did a video with Fonzie.
Fonzie didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
Someone just said, "Yo, Fonzie, this guy, the Rizzler, he's coming. They're gonna shoot with him in the park." And they're like, "We want you to be there to shoot something with him." I think that's CCW company. And Fonzie's like, "I don't know who he is, Daddy, but I'll go meet him."
It's a good Fonzie.
I looked at that video and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Here's the magic mushrooms.
I need the Rizzler though. I need to do a video with him.
Oh, that would roll.
Especially live in 10 minutes from me. I don't know. We could do like a chicken wing review or some shit. I don't know.
Just do the faces. That's all you got to do. Just 5 minutes of doing the face. That's it. Look, that's $1 million.
Rizzler's sick. The Rizzler's sick. I want to see where Rizzler is in high school.
You should do Rizzler and you reviewing just Popeye's chicken. It'd be great.
He probably loves it. I've seen him eat Popeye's chicken on his page before.
You gotta get him. You gotta make it happen. This is it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna manifest. We're gonna make it happen.
The Rizzler got injured at AEW.
How did the Rizzler get hurt?
From ringing the bell. He hurt his hand.
Oh no!
He hit it
rang
too
the bell
hard?
too hard, and then John Carlo was like the Rizzler's handler that day. I don't know why, but he had to get a little wrap and an ice pack. And he sent me a picture of Rizzler icing his hand. And he bashed it, like crying. He bashed the ring bell too hard. He got injured.
Poor kid.
I like that John Carlo was picked to be his handler for the day.
I think he just chose. He's like, when I get an opportunity, they're like, "Where's this kid's fucking parents?" Like the Rizzler was wandering around. Like he wasn't even with AJ and Big Justy. He was just wandering, and he rang the bell too hard, and he was like legit, like in pain.
He's actually 108.
John Carlos take a picture of the Rizzler, just like him and the Rizzler. The Rizzler just had big ass ice pack on his hand. Yeah, he was his first wrestling injury. That's why he's not showing up too much. The Rizzler's like, this life's not for me.
He's
tough.
Can't make the towns like Big Boom and Big AJ.
He's like, just bring me the fucking Popeyes.
Thank you for joining us today, Joey.
Oh, yeah,
Safe travels.
We went a little long today, but I made up for skipping you guys yesterday. Forgot.
It's a bit at this point of whenever we schedule you, you don't show up that day, you show up the next day.
I'm not even a drunk anymore. I'm still fucking up.
No, you're all right.
You make it up to us. We appreciate it.
Sober Joe, still fucking up. All right, guys. Watch
Thanks, Joey.
Watch me wrestle with a torn bicep and cry. Bye.